Hello folks, it's my hope that this video finds you in a good spirit. Happy Easter Monday and welcome to the Spot On. Folks, if you're new on this platform, here we discuss politics, any political development, any political happening across the country. We do it in a comprehensive, critical, and in an objective manner or in an objective way. Now, folks, yesterday I was surprised, shocked to say the least, that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya took to the podium to admit that indeed the country is broke, to an extent that they cannot pay salaries for their workers, for the so-called civil servants. Folks, I'm not talking about the money that is being sent to county government, the money that is being sent to the governors, because to the governors, that has been the order of the day. I'm talking about money that is being paid to these, people who occupy these government offices or these public offices. And the government is not being able to pay their salaries, not because, they're not able to collect taxes, or not because that citizens are not paying for their taxes. No, they're religiously doing that. In fact, the government is even overtaxing the citizens, but still they are not capable of paying these salaries. Folks, the function of a government is to provide a solution. And the moment that the occupants of a particular office are not able to provide for the much needed solution, then they don't have business being in that particular office. And the only honorable thing that they're supposed to do is to resign from that office. And folks, if our country or if our democracy was so mature, like the one from of the UK, the US, name them, right now, these people, that is the president and his deputy, were not supposed to be in office. For example, the former Prime Minister of UK, Liz Truss, did resign from office only after 46 days when she was the Prime Minister. Why did she resign? She resigned because she was not capable or she was not able to deliver on her promises. Just imagine, 46 days, 6 weeks to be precise, she decided to resign. And that's what honorable people do. And therefore, folks, in this particular video, I'll be looking into the reasons as to why William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua needs to resign from office. And before I forget, folks, if you're on this platform for the very first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly, folks, can you just take 2 seconds or a second of your time and subscribe to the channel? On your screen there, you are seeing that subscription button. Kindly just tap on it and then you'll have already subscribed to the channel. And to those of you who have done so, folks, I can't stop thanking you guys for your wonderful and continuous support. Were it not for you people, this particular channel could have not been where it is today. Thumbs up, and always by there remember to give this video a thumbs up. By you doing so, you make this video to reach out to as many people as possible. Now, folks, the moment that the occupants of this particular office are admitting that they don't have the capacity to pay salaries for their workers, folks, to me, that is a sign of failure. Because if those who are working for the government cannot be paid, what about you down there? Because I remember the other day when the president was it in Belgium, when he's on record saying that they had stabilized the economy. Folks, if the economy had been stabilized, right now, this civil servant, they should have received their salaries, but that's not the case. Actually, in today's daily, you even saw, the CS for finance Professor Ndungu, is on record there saying that these people, those civil servants, are supposed to brace themselves or to brave themselves for difficult times ahead. What does that particular statement signal? That the worst is yet to come. Folks, can you imagine that in 59 years, it's for the first time that this country is going through this particular process, because it has never happened before. Even during the worst regimes, like those of President Moi, during the Golden Bag scandal, the civil servants were still able to get or to be paid. They were still able to get their salaries. Kibaki inherited the worst economy. But still, he was still able to maneuver things around to be in a position to even pay his workers. By 2020, the world was hit by COVID-19, but the president found a way. That is, Uhuru Kenyatta found his own way. And since that time, we've never even heard of any month that civil servants were not being paid. They were paid. And remember what COVID-19 did to the world economy. But still, the government was still, while they were capable to get that particular amount of money to pay the civil servants. To an extent that even, it was able to cushion Kenyans on subsidies during that particular time. Then the question is, what is not happening right now? Because what we are hearing of right now is that they are still blaming the fourth administration. Folks, this administration or the fifth administration, they are in office. I think this is their 8th month. But still, they are blaming the fourth administration of their predicaments. What they are facing right now, they are putting it on the fourth administration. Folks, that's very unfortunate. I've seen the CS trade, Kipchumba Murkomen, saying that it's because of the loans which were taken in the fourth administration, that's why they are here where they are today. But folks, let me ask you, are these people not taking loans? Is the Kenya Kwanza administration not taking loans? Folks, they are taking loans. In fact, a higher loan compared to the ones that the fourth administrations were taking. But then they are still telling us that it's the loans which were taken in the fourth administration. That's why they are finding themselves where they are today. Folks, this is very unfortunate, and there's a clear indication that these people, they don't know what they are doing, or running a country is maybe not easy for them. And I think the only reason, or if the only thing that they can do, is to resign. So, folks, I want to bring you up to speed, on how this particular administration has been, managing the public, funds. Folks, this is the first time that we are being told that State House is spending 4.8 million Kenyan shillings daily on hospitality. Remember that the deputy president had allocated 1.5 billion shillings to his office and to that of his wife. There's a bill of 1.9, is it? I think 1.9 billion shillings to that particular office. Remember that this is the regime whereby we are having, or whereby the spouses of these particular individuals, in those top offices, they are being rewarded with offices, or they are creating offices for them. You have seen the wife to Musalia Mudavadi. She has an office known as Office of the Spouse of I don't know what. And that particular office is being sponsored or is being financed by the public money or the taxpayers' money. You've seen the car allowances, which was increased from 8-10 million to 2 billion. Just imagine on car allowance. And they're telling us that they don't have money to pay civil servants. Look at the international trips. How many international trips has this country or has the head of state done since he was sworn in? A lot of them. Those trips are being financed by the taxpayers' money. The prayer meetings. How many has been done? They have done how many prayer meetings in this country? Those prayer meetings are being financed, you know, by the taxpayers' money. Those are just but a few. There are a lot of them. And then they are telling us that, you know what, we are not able to pay for these particular salaries because of the fourth administration. Folks, 8 months down the line, the other day, the deputy president was on record saying that in the wee days of Jubilee's administration, money were being stacked in they were being stacked in boxes and taken to people's houses, and he's on record saying that 24 billion was lost. And he even went ahead and said that he knows where those money are, where those particular amount of money were taken to. Folks, this is a full functional government with authority, power, and everything. Have they done any arrest to these particular people who squandered the so-called 24 billion? Have they been arrested? Because if that was the amount of money which could have been used to pay the civil servants, then so be it. Personally, I was expecting, arrest. I was expecting that this particular individual to be arrested. None has been arrested so far. The money for subsidy, where did that money go to? Folks, these are the things that are not adding up. And then instead of telling us that, you know what, I'm going to provide solution, they're telling us, they're blaming the fourth administration. People who are not in office. And folks, when you look at even the so-called handshake government, those people, they were able to pay salaries. They did. I've never heard of somebody complaining that they were not paid in the so-called handshake government. Their salaries was coming in time. And I don't know what's happening right now. Instead of these people going down to work, what we are being told there is just blame game. I don't know who did what, who did this, who did this. Folks, I don't think if that's the direction to take. Right now, I think maybe they were lucky, and you see, they are very smart, that they went ahead and the first people that they paid first were members of the discipline forces. So at least maybe to avert any bad blood, of course, because you know what those people are capable of doing. And that's why they are called they are so-called discipline forces. So what if that next time they'll not get that money to pay these people? What is likely going to happen? I think that it's high time that if these people they want to deliver, it's high time that they sit down, they have a sit down and deliver on their pledges. They look for, because I believe that the country has money, Kenya has money. The only problem is how this particular amount of money is being managed. That's the difference. Because if it is taxes, Kenyans are paying taxes. And they even increased the taxes. You see, you saw the increase in taxes when it comes to electricity. But then they're still telling us that there's no money. KRA, the other time we are being told that the KRA were not even able to meet their target. And actually, there was a rumor that, they were maybe siphoning, there are some people who are siphoning money from KRA directly. KRA collects, then their work is to siphon from KRA. And that's why for the first time, they're being told that KRA, they were not able to meet their target. Folks, this is so sad. And I want to urge the government that if you are not able to deliver, kindly resign. Kindly resign, so that at least those who are able to, work for Kenyans, they take up those particular spaces. Resign. Let us call for another election. Those who are willing and able to deliver to work and they have the tech know-how, let them work for Kenyans. The fifth administration keeps on blaming the fourth administration of mishandling the economy, and yet these people, they're also there. The current president was the deputy president by then. The current deputy president was a member of parliament who was elected in that particular party, the Jubilee Party. So they can't tell us that they were not part and parcel of that particular administration. And even if they were not part and parcel of it, right now it's 8 months down the line. You want to tell me that you can't put your house in order and still, blame people who left office almost a year ago? Folks, that is so sad. And they have said that in working democracies, these people could have resigned. But because our country is not, the kind of democracy that we have, doesn't resonate well with those particular democracies, it's my hope and prayer that these people get down to work and deliver on their promises. Folks, I don't know what you think of this analysis. I don't know what you think on this topic. Kindly, I would love to hear of your thoughts in the comment section. Let us interact in the comment section. Tell me what you think of this analysis. Tell me what you think of this current situation whereby the government is not capable of paying salaries to their workers. I'd love to hear that. Otherwise, if you have watched this video from the beginning up to this time, thank you so much, folks. I don't take your time for granted. I appreciate your time, and always remember to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, thank you, and let us meet in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you.